Hi everybody, it's Mimberly and welcome back to the channel. So we're carrying on with Love and Deepspace today. We are playing the Xavier Celestial Message Memorial Memory. Now, for those of you who may have missed it or like me didn't get the card, this was the card that dropped for Xavier's birthday. It was literally out for like 5 days and I didn't get it, but my mate got it. So we're going to be playing on her account again. So again, shout out to her. Honestly, she could not do this series without her at this point. So I could have watched the reactions, but I felt like it was just going to lose a lot of its, like, originality, I think. Now, I hope in my phone...
my eyes now? You've been counting for a while.
Okay, right, so I'm just going to pray to Christ that this goes well. This time for sure. The subtle movement of eyelashes against my palm meets Xavier blinded. Philo is closed on October 16th. The greenhouse is in the back is a wonderful... English is not my first language, people. We know this by now. The greenhouse in the back is a wonderland of blossoms. Fresh flowers and rabbit-shaped balloons create a lively atmosphere. Standing behind Xavier, I have covered his eyes. I make him walk under a floral archway, and we stop in the center of the room where a field of light purple petals awaits.
Can I take a step back? I'm practically hugging the table.
Okay, I'll give you enough space for 3 steps. A birthday banner that says, "Happy birthday, Xavier," hands above the table. Jamara pushes out a cart with a cake. He gives me the okay sign. I let out a sigh of relief, and then I take a deep breath. 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday!
Surprise! Happy birthday!
Aww. A birthday hat, confetti, and ribbons fall on Xavier's head. Aww. He's not used to us celebrating his birthday, huh?
October 16th is an important day. Our good friend Mr. Xavier celebrates another year. On behalf of Philo, I extend our
Philo,
warmest
that's how you
wishes to
pronounce
the
it.
birthday boy for his...
Yeah, happy birthday to me. Thanks.
Yeah, how old is he? That's a good question. Ow! I just bonked me elbow on my desk. I hit my elbow, I hurt it, proceeds to hit it again. Typical Mim fashion. He interrupts Jemima. I look at Xavier, he's fiddling with the colourful ribbons in his hair.
Anyway, consider the greenhouse yours for today.
Yay!
And now that I've shared my well-wishing, I'm going back to work. I'm a busy florist after all.
Florist. Is that what we're calling it? Jemima tends to be low-key about his departure, but he's too hasty and accidentally kicks the light switch in the process. A burst of light flooded the glass greenhouse, casting mine and Xavier's names in scrolling motion adorned with a heart inside small wings. Oops, let's try that again. I force out a sheepish laugh and press a button on a remote. The words "Happy Birthday" are turned on. The lights around the room shine and bathe him with a warm glow.
This is definitely a surprise party. No wonder you've been burning the midnight oil lately.
This is just a part of the whole, especially since someone said his birthday was the same day as any other. It's time to show you what a same as any other day looks like. I pull the cart closer and lift up the cake. First things first. Just as I'm about to sing happy birthday, Xavier looks at the cart's second shelf.
First things first. Should I put that on?
He's referring to a golden cardboard crown which came as a bonus with the cake. I almost forgot. Yeah, we should do it properly. Oh yes, we can put the crown on his head. I fumble as I assemble the crown, and just as I hold it up, it touches a fluffy head of hair. Looks like you've got the hang of it. He raises his head, and the crown slips onto his head. With a smile, he adjusts it to sit perfectly in place.
I also know that after eating the cake, the birthday boy gets to open his presents.
Oh my god, he is loving this. Oh! Nah, he's too cute! Now I know why you Xavier girlies love him so much. Philo's greenhouse isn't exactly spacious. There aren't a lot of hiding spots here. After making a wish and blowing out the candle, Xavier looks around the greenhouse as I watch. Oh, you look so good in that suit, though.
The flower pots are here, and the watering can. Under the provision tree.
The twinkling lights are peeking above the vegetation leave a trail. As he follows them one step at a time, I keep my distance. I hold a surprise behind my back.
Plushies, Starlights and photos?
They're cute mementos. We got plushie at the arcade and hung starlights when we went camping. Haven't seen that yet. We even captured our memories and photos, but these are just decorations. Keep looking.
Well, there's only one spot I haven't checked yet.
Xavier narrows his eyes as Murph shines in their depths. He closes the distance between us. Oh, why are you coming to me? My back hits a flower wall. He leans in and I can't help but grin. I offer him the flowers that I've been hiding. Oh, we gave him flowers? Ah! While I don't have a good reason to give them, I prepared a bouquet.
Is there a story behind each of the flowers?
I didn't think that far ahead. First one for Xavier as we met. This one is for the Xavier from our first meeting. It was a weird encounter, but you appeared dependable like a sanctuary. Second one for Xavier as my partner. The second flower is for my elusive mission partner Xavier. Despite being a ghost with sometimes how you disappear, you show up when I need you. The third flower is for my forgetful neighbor Xavier. Sure, you tend to lose your keys, but you never forget to invite me over for some stargazing. And this one, with his face centimeters away from mine, he takes a flower.
Who gets this one?
I'm giving it to Xavier. For no reason in particular. It's a gift for the past, present, and every Xavier in between. Aww! Our gazes meet, and Xavier holds the bouquet close. A smile blooms on his face. He playfully tapped my ear with the bouquet, tickling me lightly. Oh, I almost forgot this one. I beckon him to come closer. He knowingly holds out his hand to accept my small packet that's decorated with shiny star stickers. He carefully unties the ribbon.
Flower seeds?
Consider it a gift and a hint. Fido is the first stop on our same as any other day adventure. Do you want to guess our next destination? Oh, this is really cute. MC planned a whole day for him. I planned out this whole adventure because of an old letter I accidentally received a few days ago. It was written by Xavier. Once upon a time, he sent it from a small town post office on October 16th. Change is a fickle friend. Construction sites sprout faster than flowers bloom. Even this post office will be closed down. Maybe I'll be in the process of finding a new place to live in the next spring. The letter's paper has yellowed and the ink is smudged. Very few of the sentences are actually eligible. Those distant memories feel too lonely, so I decided I should create new ones for him. I spent an entire day writing a reply back to him from that year. Oh, that's really cute! Guys! A gentle breeze whispers across a vast sea of flowers. Xavier stands bathed in sunlight. He looks into the distance.
Doesn't Fluffy live here?
Not bad. You actually remembered that small wanderer. Yes! I do know about that wanderer because obviously of the hidden moments. So did my ranger earring just come out? No, it didn't. Okay. That was weird. I thought I felt something in my hair. Spooky. Our hands intertwine as we walk hand in hand along the flower-covered path. These pretty blue and purple flowers weren't here before, right?
The bushes have grown. And those little ones.
I crouch down and meet the gaze of the chirping sparrows nestled under the shrubbery. This place looks even livelier even after all this time.
They must be the new members who just moved in.
Seems time heals all wounds. The traces of destruction that the wanderers have left have disappeared. There's only a sea of flowers. Xavier softly chuckles and he nods.
Plants can survive even in the harshest environments. But that one...
His gaze lands on the fence that's shaped like two stars.
Probably won't thrive if we leave it as is.
A toolbox sits next to the fence, and it's clearly not one of nature's creations. Wow, that's amazing. I pretend to be surprised and wave at Fluffy, who's hopping between the two stars. Fluffy must have set this up for us. I lead Xavier to the tree. Fluffy, who we haven't seen in a while, jumps and is perched on his shoulder.
Ah, so the seeds go here then.
Xavier opens the toolbox, purposely picks up the trowel, and takes out the seed packet.
Do I need to follow any special instructions for planting these?
The flower seeds rest in his palm like tiny stars. I crouch down across from him. Our heads almost touch as I take one of the seeds. We just need a lot of sunshine, good soil, and a healthy dose of patience. The child digs up some dirt and the seeds fall into their little holes.
What if I mess up?
I playfully bump his head against mine. You won't. Our little flowers will bloom just fine.
Because these seeds are special?
Because we planted them with our own hands. Guys, this is too much cuteness for me. I bury the seeds and he suddenly gets closer to me. Oh.
Don't move.
A tingling sensation washes over me as his fingers brush against my cheek. Did I get dirt on my face?
Yeah,
My face doesn't clean. Is there really that much dirt on it?
it's fine.
His finger lingers and gradually moves down. Xavier's expression is serious, but... Wait, I also have dirt on my chin?
Yeah, don't move. It'll be gone in just a second.
He's so lying to us right now. Xavier's expression remains the same. Confused, I pat my head, and then pull out my phone to look at myself. No, Xavier!
It's okay. Even with dirt all over your face, you're still cute.
Why is it when he calls me cute, that is like stirring something in me? Ah! Oh, you're doing it again! I drop the trowel and lunge at Xavier. Barely holding back his laughter, he dodges and wraps his arms around me. Gotcha! Oh. Petals fly as we tumble into the sea of flowers. I hold down Xavier as he looks up at me.
You got me all right.
My brain is going to other places, people. Please help me. A quiet breeze passes by, and for a moment all we hear is our own breaths. The playful atmosphere disappears. When I'm about to open my mouth to tell him to move, he squeezes my hand.
Huh?
Stop staring at me.
I want to look at you, though.
I'm trying not to cry here. Xavier, you're being capricious. I think that's how you pronounce it. I think that's how you pronounce it. Oh, he's so cute. He moves closer like he's coaxing a kitty, nuzzling my nose and then my forehead.
Not just watching. I want to be there with you. Ending up with our faces all dirty.
Oh, I cannot handle how much cuteness this is. I'm gonna cry in a minute. No, you can tell because my eyes are going red. Shit. We lock eyes before bursting into a fit of laughter. The sun is nice today, so I decided to lie down next to him. How old do you think this tree is? With how thick his trunk is, it's probably a grandpa of the forest.
I like the one over there.
They're both trees. Is there a difference?
Its branches and leaves are nicer to look at. Also, that tree is closer to the flowers we planted.
That's a biased
I
explanation.
can't say I'm biased if it's not done blatantly.
The tall grass and flowers block my view. Suddenly Xavier tickles my palm.
What kind of flowers did we plant anyway?
Are you curious? How about we wait until next spring? When they bloom, you can see for yourself. I will be here with you. As the flower petals fall around us, Xavier looks at me. His eyes sparkle in the sunlight's
The day a
embrace.
flower blooms can be considered its birthday. I guess I should bring a tiny flower cake to celebrate.
Nah, because I would actually devour that. Then next spring, we'll come back here to see the flowers bloom. Deal? Our hearts beat in unison, and his scent washes over me. Xavier nuzzles my nose again.
There. It's official now. From now on, we'll celebrate the flower's birthday every year. Together.
Oh.
But... more far away?
Xavier looks at the two tickets before meeting my gaze. A slightly worn key is being held in his pinky. My eye twitches as I realize my pocket is empty. When did you do that?
It's a secret.
Xavier plucks a petal from my hair and his smile widens.
Let's go. Our next destination is listed on these tickets.
If we go like above and beyond for every Mel's birthday, when April arrives, I'm going to be so happy.
Moonfall Bay. Passengers heading to the city, please exit.
2 platform signs stand before us. The city centre to the left, time post office to the right. The crowd surges towards the city, but Xavier grabs my hand and walks in the other direction. Why didn't you hesitate? Do you even know where I'm taking you?
Why would I hesitate?
He squeezes my hand tightly as we walk against the flow of the crowd. Huh. Okay, I like the lighting on this. Also, phone, for the love of God, please fucking stop going out like that. Because basically, I'm using a program to mirror my phone screen to the computer, and they are right. They really want like a lot of money. So for me to get like HDD quality on it, I have to pay like 30 quid a month. I can't afford that. I can handle £4.99. But when we do hit full monetization, I will probably be using any revenue I get to go back towards YouTube. So I'm saying when, because we're gaining subs way too quickly for me to keep up. So at this point, I've just accepted it's gonna happen. It's just the case of when, and I'm just quickly double checking the time because I am waiting for hubby to be home, and I do need to set food off for him today. It is only 7:30. That is actually very good for Mim recording time, so to me. Around the corner lies a mountain path. It's almost as if we're travelling back in time. The further we go, the more of the paths we see.
The flower fields on the city outskirts, Moonfall Bay. Halfway up this mountain was a post office.
Is that the post office he sent that letter from? Don't they look familiar? Or do any fond memories come to mind? The setting sun outlines his eyelashes, and the first leaf of autumn falls before us.
This place feels oddly familiar. I was here before. On another same as any other day. I think I know what you've been doing lately.
The mountainside post office was closed down for a while, but it reopened recently and cleared out a backlog of old letters. One was addressed to Lincoln City. No one claimed it, and any attempt to deliver it failed until this year.
After a long, strange journey, it finally found its way home. All because you had appeared. Was it something like that?
When I got the letter, I thought you wrote it for me. But on second thought, it was probably just a coincidence. He slightly lowers his head and shakes it.
Actually, when I wrote that letter, I never thought anyone would see it.
Aww. We walk over rusty railroad tracks adorned with overgrown plants. The time post office, a bridge between past and present, stands before us. There's no one around to greet us. The old counter and the chipped mailbox are relics of a bygone era, seemingly frozen in time.
The table's still here.
Really? Are you sure that's where you wrote the letter?
The pen I used back then was acting up. An ink stain was a souvenir from the struggle.
I was writing a letter here a few days ago, and for a moment I saw an ink stain on my sleeve. I guess the past you pulled a prank on me.
Do you two need help finding something that was put in a P.O. box?
Wait, did you bring me here for something I left behind?
Xavier pulls out a key he took from me. We exchange a knowing look and he approaches the employee.
Let me see. Ah, right? Here's your letter.
Miss YouTube. I couldn't think of another surname, people, so don't judge me. The employee sits behind the desk and returns to playing his game. Xavier picks up the letter and he smiles at the sight of the colourful star stamp.
Is this the last treasure for today? The 5 points are all in different colors. It's a very thoughtful little star. How long did it take you to draw this?
Only a couple of minutes. Let's say a few envelopes are thrown away in the process. Were you creative with your stamps back then? I poke his palm again and again. Xavier pulls my hand behind his back and rests his face on my shoulder. We look at the letter.
wasn't sending a letter.
Why did you write one then? It's quiet for a moment. I turn my head.
The post office was closing down that day. As I passed by, they were handing out free stationery and stamps as a way to say goodbye.
Oh.
By the time I finished the letter, I realized I didn't have anyone to send it to. So I made up an address. I never thought you'd be the person living there now.
Oh. So that's your reason for writing the letter? Xavier hesitates for a moment, then he shakes his head.
Not exactly.
Oh god, my feet are getting cold.
It was a very busy year. The flower fields were destroyed. This place closed down, and I had to move.
I'm trying to like reach for my slippers under my desk. I apologize.
Changing. But there are times when you don't realize how much something has become part of your life until they're gone.
Oh my god, ain't that the fucking truth?
That's why I thought.
The evening breeze blows past his hair and the setting sun light briefly shines on him.
If I'm going to write a letter, it should be for one of those things that were disappearing.
Daylight dims and the warm glow around him wavers like the wind. It's almost like he could disappear at any moment. Xavier. I'm gonna have to have a quick word before. I know I hate to leave it on a cliffhanger, but genuinely, when I first started reacting to Love and Deepspace, Xavier was one of those characters where I was like, he's kind of cute. I'm not sure how I feel about him. You know, that sort of thing. But then, as I'm playing more of his memories and getting to know more of him, he's growing on me. I will admit, out of the 4 boys, he's my least favourite in the story so far. But I think that's just because Xavier's not really had his proper moment to shine. Like with Zane, we've had the cute moments, we've had the slightly spicy moments. Raphael, he's just a fucking icon at this point. Silas, well, we definitely had enough intimate potential moments with Silas. And Xavier, we've just kind of been there, if that makes sense. Like, he's just been in the background. And I don't think the story is doing Xavier justice yet. Maybe he'll become a bigger part later on. But out of all of them, genuinely, Xavier's the one who's probably surprised me the most so far, because he's the one who's growing, how do I explain this? My expectations for Xavier, so this is the timeline. This being really fucking good, this one being like nothing, right? Xavier was like here for me when I first started reacting to this game, before I started playing it. Zane was like more like here kind of thing. Raphael was kind of more like here, and then Silas was all the way up fucking here. I knew I was going to love Silas from day one. But Xavier was like here, and now he's getting all the way up to here. So it's nice seeing that these memories are making me feel more for the characters, because that does mean I am setting myself up for more trauma and heartbreak later on in the game. So we're playing as Myth next week, so I'm already scared for that. But alas, that is another video for another day. That's one of the reasons I wanted to play some of the memories here first before going on and playing the Myth, so I got a bit more background context with them. I place my hands on his shoulders, and our faces are centimeters away from each other. I speak with conviction. They won't disappear. The flowers, everything, as long as someone remembers them, they'll always be with us. At least I remember them, so they can't disappear. They won't. Silence hangs in the air for a long time, and then Xavier's initial surprise changes as his expression softens. In the light of the setting sun, he tucks my hair behind my ear before leaning down to rest his forehead against mine. Aww.
All right. Then let's make it official here too.
In the evening breeze, I find his hand and hold it. With my finger, I trace a tiny star on his palm. This invisible star shines in his hand. It's a silent conversation echoed by the colourful star drawn on the letter next to him. Xavier touches the star-shaped stamp, and a hint of wishfulness crosses his face.
Can I take this letter home to read?
Of course, it's a response to Xavier in the past. I tilt my head, my gaze flinting between the letter and him. Then I pull out a second letter I had prepared. This one's for the Xavier who will be around after 5 years have passed. Oh, that's a really cute idea. I never thought of the idea of, like, Writing a letter to read in the future. That's really, really sweet, actually. Night falls and the street lights flicker. Walking on this path again makes me feel like time is being rewound. English. Xavier can't tear his gaze away from the mountains.
We'll read this letter together after 5 years have passed.
Imagine this game goes on for
And
5
if the
years and they
post
go
office
back to
loses
this.
it, you owe me another letter. It has to be exactly the same. A birthday present 5 years from now.
Don't worry, you'll get it. And I guess October 16th isn't the same as any other day now, right?
I'm looking forward to spring. For the moment I get a letter from a mischievous fox. And before the letter arrives, I'll wonder what she wrote for me every day. I can't forget it, even if I tried.
Speaking of which, how did you celebrate your birthday before? I'm talking about the ones from a long time ago. Like, a long, long time ago.
A long, long time ago, huh? I don't really remember.
Aww.
But there was a tradition of throwing a party. At the event, a boy could ask a girl he liked to dance.
You never did it before?
No, I didn't dance with anyone.
Well, we did. He's just got good standards then, hasn't he? The lights in the night flicker, but his gaze remains bright. I'm about to ask him a question, but a melody drifts from over across the plaza. The fountain is bathed in colourful lights and casts shimmering reflections. As I get closer, I see people dancing in circles to the beat of some drums. Look, there's a light dance party over there. Oh.
Do you want to join them?
Okay, here we go. This is when my heart's going to start melting even further. If you don't want to, then you can pretend.
Sure.
Oh.
Though a gentleman usually waits for the girl he likes to say yes.
Oh god. I am terrible at dancing. Oh, that dress is so
I
pretty!
managed to find a way to leave birthday parties. But now I think they're actually kind of fun. Well, trying new things without you wouldn't be as fun.
I'm not gonna lie, my MC does genuinely look really cute in this.
You dance well.
Not like me in real life, I'm fucking shit. Liar.
You didn't hear me?
I won't mind hearing you say it again.
Is that so? Then...
I also want to tell you something. Xavier, let's celebrate your birthday together next year.
Of course. But... is that it?
What does he mean, is that it? Huh?
After this, let's spend every year together.
And Mim is crying. Fuck's sake. The lights gradually dim and brighten. The crowd gasps as they look up. Look, the night sky is celebrating Xavier's birthday. Xavier pulls me closer and we seek shelter under a nearby alcove. Above us, a magnificent meteor shower weaves a tapestry of golden threads in the velvety darkness. Suddenly, I recall the red spaceship he showed me in the No Hunt Zone 42. Maybe it was like one of those meteors as it descended into that forgotten forest. Did the stars think my time with you is nothing more than a fleeting moment?
What?
The meteor shower is beautiful, yet knowing that I can only watch and not reach out, I suddenly felt a strong urge to hold Xavier's hand. Maybe birthdays are the same as any other day for you, but for me, they're important. I lower my head and rub the back of Xavier's hand. I want to give him some of my insignificant warmth to him. I want my star to be by my side, but I also want him to be free.
What makes you think he has to choose between being with you and being free?
Because maybe this isn't his real home. Under the timeless gaze of the Milky Way, I looked closer to Xavier, like softly blowing out a candle. Oh, this is making me emotional because this was reminding me of when me and Cade were talking about being together long term and we were making the decision whether we were going to come to the UK or if we were going to stay in the States. And that was genuinely one of my biggest fears because I felt like he was choosing between being happy and being with his family. And that really did hit me personally. For those of you who don't understand just how close me and Cade are, he's my rock and I'm his rock. If I have a panic attack or anything, he is the main person who can get me out of those. Whenever I'm feeling really down with YouTube, he's the first person to reassure me. And I've been through a lot of shit relationships. I've ruined some good relationships. I've been in shit relationships. I've been with the right people at the wrong time, and I've been with the wrong people at the right time. I've had it all with relationships. And after my last one, which I fucked up, I was pretty much ready to fully give up on men, women, all of it. I was tempted to just basically turn off my emotions and just survive, basically. But Cade kind of showed me that there was better out there for me. And even after everything that did happen, he was the one who decided to come to the UK because he wanted a fresh slate, and the idea of moving to another country, appealed to him. And for people like me, it's very difficult being a content creator sometimes, because even though you have this massive community online which you have to build up over time, there's always that time that you start questioning your own belief, thinking, am I good enough? Do people enjoy my content? And I get that honestly, I get that on a weekly basis. I really, really do. And, I've been doing YouTube on and off now for nearly 6 years. I've never really had a channel that I have personally been very, very proud of. And this is honestly the first time I've genuinely felt this motivated to push for this becoming a full-time career. Because I work like an 8:30 to 5 job. I work 40 hours a week for a minimum wage. It sucks. And I get yelled at and abused by people on a daily basis. And the weekends I can get away from all of that and I can focus on making content for you guys. And that's one of the reasons I pump out as much content as I do. It's not just because obviously I'm uploading the older content, so you guys have got access to everything that I have to offer as an individual, but also the fact that I can show you guys what I can do. I can show you what I actually am like. Because a lot of people put on a personality for YouTube. I'm not one of those people. What you're seeing on the camera is me. And I want people to look at me and see me as a genuine other human being who is going through the same things that you guys are. I have spoken to some of the individuals in my community and I know they've gone through some horrible things. But then I've also spoken to some people who've gone through amazing things. And I may not be very old, I say I'm not old. I'm 25, so I feel old. But I may not be the most experienced, but I can definitely be, to some people, I can come across as a friend online, which YouTubers saved me growing up. I used to watch Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, PewDiePie, all of those guys growing up. And they got me through some of the darkest times of my life, and I want to now repay that kindness to people out there on a platform that I've grown to love and adore over my 25 years of life. So if I ever come across as too mushy, or you guys are thinking, oh my god, why is she pumping out so much content, we're worried about her mental health, trust me, I do take the relevant breaks that I need, but unfortunately, I was raised with the mindset that if you want something, you will fight for it. And YouTube is definitely something that I am fighting for. And I'm not going to stop fighting for it. So no matter where his travels take him, in the vast expanse of the cosmos, there will always be a sea of flowers and a letter waiting for him. It will remind him of my feelings. And every year, on the same as any other day, someone will always say happy birthday to him in her heart. The scenery around us becomes perfect for a dance between two people. Light and darkness mix and our breaths intertwine. Our heartbeats embrace each other, resounding as one.
You're wrong.
Huh?
Without the one you long to see by your side, no place truly feels like freedom.
His hair brushes against my forehead and his pinky touches mine. Xavier gently nuzzles my nose.
Besides, didn't we create a sea of flowers here? This star isn't going anywhere. His home is where the wavy leaf sea lavenders bloom.
Oh. I think that's actually the first time you've cried on camera for Love and Deepspace. Oh my god. Right, okay. My thoughts on that one. I think I just said everything I really needed to say. This memory is by far probably the cutest one we've done yet. Definitely pulled at the heartstrings. And it's making me very genuinely excited for the other birthdays. I don't know when Raphael's is. I know we already had Zane's, so I will be reacting to that separately. And Silas's, I think, is 28th of April, if I could be wrong. If I'm correct on that, that's really fucking sad. But, like, again, it's just kind of re-emphasizing, because I heard a lot of that, and I was having flashbacks of me and Kate deciding where we were going to settle. Because I could have gone to the States. I genuinely could have. And if I wanted to, I could have left everything here behind, which, trust me, isn't really much outside of my family. And my job, which, let's face it, I fucking hate my job anyway, so ayo. But I'm at the point in my life now where I'm content with what I have, and I just hope I can keep that up because I genuinely love this community. And seeing you guys commenting every day, seeing new members joining the family, joining the Discord server, gaining new members, and you know, you guys giving me benefits that, or you know, actually using your own money to support me. I never understood how or why, what you guys are doing. Like, I don't know what's going through your heads when you lot did that. Like, to give you the idea, we opened up the memberships about, I want to say just shy of 3 weeks ago. And we're working with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9 members. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what to do. Because I don't feel like I am giving enough as a content creator for those who are supporting me, but I don't want to pay for my content because I love my free to watch viewers. It's like, it's honestly, being a people pleaser as a content creator is not an easy feat. It really isn't. But thank you for those of you who have stuck and watched me throughout this entire thing, and me having a midlife crisis. That is always very appreciated. And when it comes to videos, if you guys haven't seen the schedule, it is now available on the community post. It is always subject to change. But as of recording this video, the next Love and Deepspace themed video is going to be the Silas Secret Times Midnight Warmth reaction. I'm scared because I've been told that's ASMR vibes, and I've been warned that Silas is a bit suggestive. So I don't think I'm ready for that. I'm gonna lose my mind. So I'm going to try and get all the other videos recorded first. That way my voice doesn't break. So I will see you there. Take care, guys. Bye.